So this is the reverse hyper GHD combo. I think the PN1 or something like that. Could be wrong on the model, but the biggest, I guess, design flaw in this is the reverse hyper legs. As you swing forward, most athletes are going to run into this problem where it hits the actual beam that's attaching the pads to the attachment on the legs, and that beam should not be there. No other reverse hyper on the market has that beam there. It's a huge design flaw. I have to put these pads to protect, because every athlete that gets on these will hit that. So those pads are just to protect that piece of metal while use of this machine. As well as the pad, it can be a few inches longer. That would be a lot more comfortable and useful. It's just way too much pressure on the abdomen, and it's very uncomfortable. It makes people not want to use it, along with just this design flaw again. This came super bent. That's how it was out of the box. I never tried fixing it. The foot attachment, I actually had to reverse this. This beam was flipped the other way. So if you look in your instruction manual, that I had to call and ask for the manual how to put this thing together. It didn't come with one. It came with a link that did not work on multiple media sources. So I called them. They emailed me the instructions, so that was helpful, but I had to call for that. But this knob that tightens the adjustment on the, I guess, on the lengths or holes here, I don't know what they're called, but that was in the front here, and it was way too far back. I mean, you had to be 5'10" plus to be able to use it for a GHD. And for back extensions, hip extensions, it was just, this makes it way too set back to where this space, just most athletes couldn't use it. None of our females could use it, so I had to flip it. So again, that was in the front, this was back here. I had to flip it, drill a hole. I had to drill holes in this top part so that this could find a connecting point, some kind of port that allowed that screw, that knob, to go in so that this sets appropriately. So that was just a hassle, but it had to be done. It just couldn't be used the other way for, again, most athletes. I only had a few that used it before. This thing, it makes it none of my athletes really use it a whole lot. And even with that lack of use, I mean, these, like, I guess that's for grip, but this tape like keeps coming off. I had to put re-adhesive, and it's like, it's just not well put together. I like the feet here, but I don't know, just little things like that just aren't working. So that's the reverse hyper GHD combo. I have some of your other GHDs that are pretty well made. This is a pretty big space. Makes for a lot of beginners fear of falling off. They get over it, but the stitching on these pads, like, have come apart. I bought them, they haven't even lasted a year, on both sides. You can see right there too. I had to kind of tuck it under here. This is really loose all right here, so if I pull down it'll come out, but I'm not going to do that. Same on this side. See how this is down here, and stitching on both of my, so here's another one, and this one's starting to too. This one doesn't get as much use, but the main thing on this video is that machine. But I also have your elite plates that, again, haven't had a year. I've had these maybe 8-10 months, but this, I have pictures too I can send, just tore out of this, out of normal use. Yeah, that's pretty disappointing. As well as this just appeared out of nowhere. It's a big welt. Let me see if you can see a little better on this side. That welt right there just appeared out of nowhere. Yeah, and it's already, this one's about to go too. Again, just normal use. I mean, these are bumper plates that should last more than a decade, and I have not been able to make them last even over a year. And these inserts are getting loose. I put these aside because I'm gonna try to tighten them, but I only have 3 decent ones left, and these are not usable because these 2 are about to break, and that one you can see is just gone. So here's the video that I meant to send a while ago. So thanks guys, and hope you have a good one.